Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's daily draft. We are still drafting Wilds of Eldraine here on the channel, but not for that much longer. I think we may only have 8-ish drafts left or so. Man, this format is flying by before we get to Caverns of Ixalan. Today we've got Wilds of Eldraine, like I said, and again, unfortunately, today's draft will be another quick draft, as the Premier Draft queue at the time of recording is currently offline for a moment. They are making some sort of repair to it, so we will have all the time in the world that we need to fill out this quick draft and make these picks as needed, which means before we do, I can let you know that if you are here and you are new, or you are returning but not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and drop a subscription down below. It's absolutely free for you. It supports the metrics of the channel, and it also supports my content in an absolutely free way for you. The more subscribers we get, the more views we get, the more exposure we get, and the channel continues to grow from there. So thanks so much for your consideration on that. We also have a daily draft Patreon. You can check us out on Patreon. It's simply to support my content. You do get bonus perks from being on the Patreon there. You get lifetime access to the Discord server on any tier. You get early access to all my content. You can ask members who have access to that how good that content, or how timely and how far ahead you get that access to that content. It is quite good. And we also have access to tier lists as well. You can go ahead and check that out over on Daily Draft Patreon for as little as $1 per month. Thanks for your consideration on that. Let's jump into Pack 1 Pick 1 with a pretty easy Taken by Nightmares in my opinion. Glass Casket is also good. And actually, you know, maybe at this point in the format, because the format is so aggressive, Glass Casket might be better than Taken by Nightmares. I don't know. This is a close one. I think I'm still on Nightmares here. It goes well in any black deck that you draft. Black is a great color. And I think that's where I'm starting here today. So let's go ahead and start with Taken by Nightmares. Not following it up with a black card. The only one is Wicked Visitor. I do like black-red. And Twisted Fealty is a card I consistently say I need to put in my deck more, and I just don't. Maybe today is the day that we take it. We're branching into a second color no matter what. Could take Graceful Takedown, Royal Treatment, but you know what? Today is a rat kind of day. He says as there's no more black or red cards, but there is a Hamlet Glutton. And a Root Rider Fawn. And a Tanglespan Lookout. I love all these cards. I love them all so much. I love green. I am a green apologist. I wouldn't be on brand if I didn't take the Hamlet Glutton here, right? I mean, if there was a Ratcatcher trainee, or a good uncommon red card, or a Candy Grapple, I'd probably take it, but I think I gotta take the Hamlet Glutton here. It's a great card. Then we see absolute garbage once again. What are these packs? What am I supposed to do with this? If we're thinking red aggro, Minecart Daredevil could be fine. Edgewall pack is underwhelming for me. I don't need Screen Puff with the Glutton. Don't care about any of this other stuff. I mean, Woodland Acolyte's probably the best card here. I'm not going to miss any of this other stuff, so I guess I just take the best card in the pack, which is Woodland Acolyte, and go from there. Some more hot garbage coming our way. Boundary Lands Ranger. Slightly underwhelming, but a 2-drop you can play. Moment of Valor, a fine-ish removal spell, Witch's Mark, fine in most red decks. Guess I can take the 2-drop here and lean towards green-red, potentially. Still open up red-black. Not thrilled with it, though. Alright, now we've got Armory Mice for an aggro deck. Stone Splitter Bolt. Raid Bombardment and Boundary Lands Ranger as well. Do we just think about going red-white aggro? Don't care about either of the green cards. These blue cards aren't good enough to let me switch into blue. Celebrant is fine. Maybe Bolt is better now that we already have 2 red cards. We can just get deeper into red here. Let's go ahead and take the Bolt. What are these packs? No more red. Green is cut. Not black cards I like. We're not going into blue. Probably not playing black-white. Prism or Grotto? I guess we could take Prism, which is bargain fodder for Glutton. I don't like it. Alright, some more hot garbage coming our way once again. Dragon Mantle is more bargain fodder for Glutton here and is just a fine cantripping card in most scenarios, so I guess I'll take it. On the wheel, we get a few white cards, most of which I do not like. Green cards that I also don't like. And another Prism. Not thrilled with our start, I'll tell you that. Royal Treatment Wield, though. That was a card I was considering taking in pick 2. And passed. So here we go. There's a Daredevil, Besotted Knight, but let's take the Royal Treatment to go with our Hamlet Glutton. Can I just do in a 3rd Prism? Yeah, me neither. Vault, I guess? It's a late moment of valor. Alright, give me a good card in here in pack 2. Well, there's no red. So we're not taking that. There is a Lookout, which is good with Mantle, Royal Treatment, Twisted Fealty. It's already good with 3 cards we have. Questing Druid is okay if we do go down green-red. Princess Takes Flight, though. Our red is okay, but like not great. Could consider just switching into green-white with this. We have Hamlet Glutton that bargains, and that's it so far, though. And Bolt, I guess. But if we go green-white, we're probably not playing Bolt. So is Lookout better? I just don't think the Questing Druid is great. I mean, I think it's fine. If I was in green-red, I'd never cut it. I just don't think it's like a reason to start drafting green-red. I think I'll take the Lookout. Like I mentioned, it's already good with 3 of our cards, and we could wheel Werefox here. Let's go ahead and take that Lookout. There's another Taken, but I think this one might be on the chopping block already. There's a Besotted Knight, which goes well with our Lookout. There is Two-Headed Hunter, which is fine, but gets us a little bit farther away from either white or green, potentially. Scavenger, Trainee. I think I'm leaning closer towards green-white with this start. The Acolyte is good, Moment of Valor is good, Lookout is good, Glutton is good, and Royal Treatment is good. Twisted Fealty is fine, Dragon Mantle is fine, Ranger's not great, and Bolt is fine. And green-white is a deck I've had a good amount of success with. It's got a lot of synergy. Now there's a Torch the Tower. And a High-Fey Negotiator, but I think the black train has sailed, unfortunately. There's also a Werefox, which again goes well in green-white. So do I hedge back towards red here? Or just kind of put the blinders on in green-white? So this is kind of the deck if we're in green-white here. 6 cards, but they're all totally fine to be played, as well as Werefox. Yeah, that's probably incorrect, Overtorch the Tower there, but... Could play a Return Triumphant. It's great with Lookout again. Now I regret not taking that earlier Lookout. Probably not a Hollow Scavenger deck. Hollow Scavenger. Nightmare is the best card in this pack, but we are not black anymore. Okay, great. Hopeful Vigil. Would love to see that. Would love to get a Celebrant now as well. We've got to take your first Hopeful Vigil. Some red-white with Ash. I think pack 2, pick 6, we have to be committed here. So I think we will. Not liking most of this. Knightly Valor could be okay. It seems like it has a pretty big effect on the game. Do not like most of the cards that are coming our way still, unfortunately. All right, we're going to have to get very lucky in pack 3 here. And we start with 1 white card and 1 green card, both of which are pretty bad. Guess we take Archon's Glory. Blue isn't in our future. Red-white could have been a deck for us here, but I guess we just take the Glory. Now we can get a Celebrant, which is fine. Fine for the deck. Another Glutton or a Fawn? I think we have to take the Fawn this time. As much as I don't really like it, yeah, I'm not liking where we're going here. I would like the Glutton, but we need a couple of 2-drops. Welcome to Sweet Tooth. 2 Unveil Guide. I think we'll take Welcome to Sweet Tooth. Unfortunately, we're not making like any other food, but it's still a good card. Ooh, Agatha's Champion, Utopia Sprawl, Ferocious Werefox. All of these are great, but Agatha's Champion is exactly what we need at the top of the curve here. I think it's what we got to take over Sprawl. As much as I love Sprawl, got to take the Champion here. Kellen's Lightblade's fine removal spell. I think I'll play one in this deck. Another Werefox, decent little threat. Another Aura for us. Another Fawn, you'd love to see that. Wield the Admirer. The 2 Unveil Guide. We already have one if we want to put it in. Let's take Titanic Growth. Another 2 Unveil Guide anyway. Another 2 Unveil Guide anyway. Troublemaker Oof if we want it. And last pick that. Alright, so we kind of waffled a bit too much in that draft. Ended up what I think is pretty underpowered deck, but let's go ahead and throw in at least 1 Oof. Probably Titanic Growth. Likely 16 lands, which means put in a Protective Parents, a Toadstool Admirer, and a 2 Unveil Guide, and a something else. Another 2 Unveil Guide for Celebration, Lifelink, and winning in the air. It's not great. It's not great, but I've had a lot of success with green-white, and sometimes these decks can just win. You know, you play cards like 2 Unveil Guide into Agatha's Champion and a Hamlet Glutton, and then you kind of just win. Got a lot of auras. Lookout can go off if it gets on the battlefield. We got Acolyte to get things back. Got a Sweet Tooth here. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be what it is. It's not great, but we're going to try to get some wins out of it. See you in game 1. All right, gotta love starting on the draw, but the hand is fine, so we'll keep it with a turn 2 Fawn here. Alright, well I can't not play it. Let's see if they have the stutter. Looks like they don't, but they might have the grapple. Well, whatever it was, they chose not to use it. That's okay. I didn't really need it for the attacking there. I think I'm fine with that. Alright, 5 mana. Do they get priority? They do. So they could very easily have Rat out here. So that tells me I don't want to put this up with a monster roll. So I think I just play a 4/3. See if they rat out our Fawn now. If they had rat out, I feel like they would have used it. So what's the single black card that they had that they chose not to use there? Like that Feign Death kind of return it to the battlefield with the Wicked Roll card? Fairy Fencing is what it is. Okay, so do we want to trade Titanic Growth for Fairy Fencing in order to get a Scry 2 here? I don't think we do. I think we'll just let that resolve. Then we'll just play another one here. Get in for 4. Do not have the bargain fodder for oof right now. So that answered our question as to what their single black card was. Alright, well, I guess we're getting in with everything. Okay, and now we might just be able to Glory and Titanic Growth our way to victory here. Getting back Firebolt or Rat Out. Gotta imagine it'll be Rat Out because they can't cast Firebolt. And do we have it? That is fine. And if all they have left is Rat Out, I think we've got the win here. There we go. I suppose that was a little risky doing what I did with that on that one because they could have had another Fairy Fencing, which would have been pretty bad. So I should have done Glory first and then Titanic Growth, which would have saved it. So it's a slight misplay, but it ended up being fine. All right, we are going first against Beers SC, the number 10th ranked player in the world. A very, very high quality limited player here. So let's see if we can embarrass ourselves by playing a Toadstool Admirer on turn 1 and then have him start to ramp with the Utopia Sprawl. Tangle, Span, Lookout. Can't do anything about that. He obviously won't block here, so let's go ahead and play this and draw a card and start to try to push some damage here. Brave the Wilds after already playing a land. Okay. Trying to find those land drops. Getting all the colors. Red Tooth Vanguard. And Rat Out. No? Okay. Alright, let's get the Scry here. Agatha's Champion with currently no bargain fodder, but we do have Royal Treatment to give ourselves bargain fodder, potentially, and the monster token. So let's do it this way. And then Moment of Valor here to get rid of their Vanguard. Now their board is clear and ours is still here. Although they do have 5 mana, so yeah, that's going to start becoming an issue. I think we just play the Werefox and pass. And I'm not liking our prospects in this one anymore. See if they play the Vanguard. They do. Our only bargain fodder now for champion to kill the Vanguard is this monster or this Royal Roll. If we attack, they probably just block with Scream Puff, which means we lose the bargain fodder here. I'd like to get my 2-for-1. I know it... Oh, we do have that, but I'd really not like to sacrifice a 2-2. So let's submit 1. Kill this here. What if we attack with everything? We push 5 damage at the expense of killing our 4-3. I don't think that's worth it. That is quite the card, and here come the lands. Yeah, now we're about to get buried in value here. Yep, all the food, the animation, the bargain, the Imidane's Recruiter coming at some point here. going to become difficult for us. That screen puff has been annoying, I'll tell you that. Yep, we lose all our bargain fodder now. They draw an extra 4 cards, and I think we are just about done here. Gonna be tough playing against the number 10 ranked player in the world here. That is certainly a challenge. I'm sure he just doesn't block. No? Okay. That's fine. One mana away from the Knightly Valor. Yeah, that's tough. Animate the food. Pass to attackers. Hit us with the food. I think I'll take it. What do we want to give +2/+2 now? The thing with trample? Make it a 6/5? This has trample as well. Let's put it here then. Okay. Got rid of a little bit of their board here now. Why did that just die? What did I do wrong? Scream Puff has Death Touch. How many of you knew that? I had no idea Scream Puff had Death Touch. I mean, I've read these cards dozens of times, and I had no idea. I would have bargained away this Young Hero roll token and killed the Scream Puff, and then kept the 6/6. Alright, well, we just punted this game away, because apparently Scream Puff has Death Touch. Who knew? The answer is, not me. That's unfortunate. We would have had a 6/6 trample vigilance still. Oh well, that's why I'm not the 10th player in the world, and they are. Oh, who knew this thing had Death Touch? Not me, not me. What a punt, what a punt. Alright, we do get to go first here. We've got Fawn on 2, and maybe we'll play against a Screen Puff this time that we understand has Death Touch, because there are so many words on cards nowadays, and that is one of them. Okay. Black into Candy Grapple. There we go. They always have it, don't they? Black into Wicked Visitor. Okay. Go to damage, and I could just play a naked Troublemaker Oof. I think I will. It's better just kind of getting a 2/2 on the board. They could be color screwed here. We might need to push their life total. Or they're just mono black. Either way. But they could be color screwed. That's also an advantage to doing what we did there. I'm going to just play my creatures out, as opposed to holding up glory here. Okay, they found their second color. They killed Troublemaker Oof. Or do they? They do in the worst way possible. No, they kill the... Yeah, they kill the Oof in the worst way possible here. Archon's Glory would have blown this out. But that's not a card that we had in our hand, so... Or that's not a card we had the ability to cast there, so... Gotta love it. The one turn they draw their extra mana source is the one turn that they can play Fawn's Bane Troll when we're tapped out, and then we start drawing lands. Here we go. Welcome to the daily draft experience. -2/-2. Kill the Toadstool Admirer. -1/-1. Sure. What do they have now? Okay, that's fine by me. Okay. Hit him for 5. They go to 6. We have protection here. Sure. Now I'm worried about attacking with Guide because they could have Candy Grapple in response here. Although I could have just played Hopeful Vigil pre-combat to celebrate and then attack, which obviously would have been better. But that is in the past, so we won't be doing that. I've never put this card into deck yet, so gotta fully admit that's why I didn't even remember that it does that. I mean, it's a 2/2. It's got to be worth playing here, which means we should have done that pre-combat, but here we are. Doing it post-combat, like the great Magic player we are. And end turn here. I think I'm just sacrificing Vigil and holding up treatment here. Here comes Hamlet Glutton, I'm sure. Oh boy. It's almost like I called it. Well, Champion is good, except for the fact that we don't have bargain fodder, so I think we have to keep Besotted Knight first. So let's start here. They are chumping. Or not. Okay, they go to 6. We play a 3/3. We hold up Royal Treatment here. And I once again didn't celebrate. It's late at night. You know, sometimes these things become difficult. Now we can't get past the Spectre of Mortality anymore. So I should have an additional 6 life here, basically. Alright, I'm going to try something for science here. I think in response to the bargain, I can Royal Treatment my own Akathis Champion to make it a 5/5 in the fight. Bargain. Sack the roll. They're getting priority though, so that makes things less exciting about killing that Spectre. But, I mean, I have to kill the Spectre, even if it just kills this. They were getting priority. Could be Candy Grapple or something. I could Royal Treatment this in response like I mentioned and it become a 5/5. Let's just have this happen. If they have the Candy Grapple anyway, then I can Royal Treatment and definitely blow them out. Okay, I'm just going to let that happen here. Notably, I could celebrate right now by playing Royal Treatment, but I'd rather protect my creature. So let's get in. End the turn. Don't know what they had, but the fact that they had priority scared me from making that play. Okay. Alright. Through all of the punts, we managed to win via a 2-Unveil Guide. So, let's try to focus this up. See if I can make sure that I remember what celebrates and what has Death Touch. Okay, we go first. If any of these were a forest, this would be outstanding. If we draw a forest, it would be outstanding. If we don't have a play till turn 4. So, fortunately, we'll just mulligan into the exact opposite hand here. Guess there's no guarantee we're playing Moment of Valor this game, so I'd rather just put that back and keep a 2-Unveil Guide here. Eat the wrath of a Toadstool Admirer. Ugh. Card is stupid. They're not blocking here. They're blocking here. Can't say I expected that. So I traded a card and 4 mana to get rid of their Spellbook Vendor. I mean, that card is so stupid. So, sure. Guess we'll just play our 3-drop now. Candy Trail, try to scry into some lands. They did find 1. And they're going to crack it to get that land drop now. Quite the combo. This has double strike, right? Of course it does. We're going to have to take 6 again this turn. And I don't know what we're going to be able to do about a double striking 3/4. It's going to be difficult to deal with. Granted, we already mulliganed and we're mana screwed, so like what else are we doing here? Racing. Why not? That's another celebration. Take 6. Do I have to return a Toadstool Admirer just to chump here? Probably. Alright, chump boy, get on in. That does celebrate, gains us some life. We have 3 blockers against 4 attackers. We're going to be at 5. Oh, wait. They can animate one of these currently? animate, we block, block, block. Even if they animate 2 of them. Oh wait, what does this do? Plus X plus X. I don't get trample, so that's okay. So let's do this. I think I have to kill both here. It does just trade, but I do kill both. They're at 6. They do have 2 food, so they can eat their food. We have a lot of creatures, though. See if they can celebrate or not. Ginger Brute. Into what else? They've got a ton of food here, which is worrying. Weighing out many of their options. Alright, that probably wins it. A Hamlet Glutton with 0 forests on the battlefield. Yeah. Can we even survive if we do this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we chump. We take 1. We take 2. I mean, close. Ah, boy. A Hamlet Glutton with 0 forests on the battlefield. Sure. Now I think we lose to a... Yeah. To a 9/9 trample. Oh, and just the haste on Ginger Brute kills us anyway. Fun. Fun. Alright, I've had better hands, but I've had worse, I can tell you that. So let's see if we can avoid the nightmare that is 2 and 3 that we have had plenty of times in this format, going second against red-white here. Alright, let's do Welcome to Sweet Tooth. Forgot that was even in this deck. You are annoying. Alright, which do I hold up? An Archon's Glory a Royal Treatment or both and Kellen Light Blades to kill Gallant Pie Wielder. I think I'm going to hold up both plus the Light Blades here. So let's just pass. God, I hate that card so much. Do they have protection here? Of course they do. Do they have another removal spell if I go for Royal Treatment to kill this Ginger Brute? Otherwise, I'm not getting any value out of this last one here. Oh, guys, feels so bad. That's got double strike. No, just single strike. Triumphant to get it back anyway. There you go. Now they've got a freaking young hero roll on top of their Ginger Brute. Let us go ahead and get rid of that. How do I want to do this? Gonna bargain away probably... Get rid of the Ginger Brute itself. Bargain away probably the Royal roll. Still have a 3/3 left over. And then I can mend the wilds, this Welcome to Sweet Tooth here. That would cause us to miss yet another land drop, but we still have a ton of things to do. I'll hold this back to block the Pie Wielder. Even if it gets double strike, I'll still block. Okay. And we've successfully held it back. All right. Start here. Okay. While they're tapped out, I guess we can do this. Holds back their Pie Wielder, holds back their Armory Mice if they somehow deal with the 1/1. We're getting a lot of food here. Awesome. Don't like the missing of the land drops, but see if we can hit one here. Green or white is good. That means we can cast either of these if we hit either color here. Not as good. But we are stable against an aggro deck here, which is where we want to be. Okay. Again, who needs lands? Now we can start punching in. Sure. Now, do we use Archon's Glory here into open mana? They could have Witchstalker Frenzy, which would feel pretty bad, but honestly, we don't need to. I'm fine just trading this. If this is all they have. Like, if they're just willing to let this trade happen, we still have a 4/4, a 2/2, a 1/1, a 3/2, a 2/3, a 3/3. Like, we have plenty of stuff. There's no real need to feel like we have to keep that alive. So let's just play the Protective Parents here. Yeah. Is that their second one? Yeah, it is. Again, once again, as they say, who needs land drops? Now I knew they were tapped out, which is why I used it there. Land, and now what do you got? Cut in. Sure. 3 lands and 16 cards here. There we go. Still managed to win with it, I guess. They just had a pretty bad draw and we stabilized pretty early. Alright, we somehow managed to win last game after mulliganing and ending up with something like this. Do we mulligan again? Or do we risk drawing a Plains? We could draw any of Plains and double Root Rider Fawn and many a 2-drops in green. This'll be fine. Got 2 turns to draw Plains to hit Vigil on 2. Except for the fact that now we're just gonna die. Die against red-white, keeping the greedy hand. Is this every game this draft we played against a Gallant Pie Wielder? Is that what's happening here? Sure. Guess we can play Vigil and Titanic Growth. We could just play a 4-3. Whatever we play is probably dying here. This technically holds back their whole board, but if they can celebrate in any way, we have to take 10 and go to 2. Like, if they can celebrate while we're moving this. That is likely a celebration. Yep. Take 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Block the house mouse. Or just trade here, take 6, 7, 8, 9. Doesn't really matter what we do. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Go down to 1. How do we survive next turn? We draw planes, we play Vigil. We have 2 blockers, and then we can kill a different one. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. I think we kept a greedy hand, played against red-white aggro. What do you want from me? Alright. Well, I mean, not dead? Very close, but not officially. And dead. Kept a greedy hand, lost aggro. Is that a mulligan? Probably. If we mulligan, do we still lose? Probably. Alright, boy, have we been on a stale streak lately. I think in the last 5 drafts I've gone 3-3, 3-3, 2-3, 2-3, 0-3. Sometimes you hit... Oh, there was a Hamlet Glutton in this deck? I don't think we ever saw that. The deck wasn't great. It went 3-3. At least we got our money back. Or most of it. So, thanks for checking in today and hanging out with me. I will see you next time for your daily draft.